I'm going to be talking about global warming and how it affects Earth's atmosphere and many environments. My presentation topic falls under the issue category for global warming. Global warming and climate change is harming many species and environments in the world today. Global warming is not just harming environments in Earth, it is also destroying the ozone layer. The purpose of this speech is to inform everyone on what big issues is in the world today about global warming. It is important to learn about global warming because it helps people understand and overcome the consequences of it in the long run. These consequences can include more frequent wildfires, longer periods of drought and drier lands, more exposure to the sun if the ozone layer gets harmed, and an increase in tropical storms. Those are just some of the consequences that can and will occur. This information came from climate.nasa.gov/effects. I believe everyone should have an idea about global warming and what the outcomes will be. My 3 important points for the speech are: how is global warming caused, the environmental factors of global warming, and the ozone layer and how it is being affected by global warming. First, I'm going to be talking about how global warming is caused. Global warming is caused by mostly human activities. Human activities include the increasing in greenhouse gases and burning fossil fuels more frequently. There are 5 key greenhouse gases that are carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, and chlorofluorocarbons, and water vapor. While the sun has played a role in past climate changes, the evidence shows that the current warming can not be explained by the sun. My next question: many people ask this question, how can we stop this? Well, this question seems to pop up a lot, and there are in fact ways to stop it, like lowering heating and cooling and many resources. Eating more vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, and less meat can significantly lower your environmental impact. Producing plant-based food generally results in fewer greenhouse gases emissions and requires less energy, land, and water. Next, I'm going to be talking about the environmental factors and how global warming is affecting it. Global warming causes sea levels to rise, changes in weather patterns like drought and flooding, and much more things that we depend upon and value. Water, energy, transportation, wildlife, agriculture, ecosystems, and human health are experiences the effects of changing climate. Global warming also affects animals and their habitats. Rising temperatures lower many species' survival rates due to changes that lead to less food, less successful reproduction, and interfering with the environment for native wildlife. An example of this is the Arctic being affected right now. So in this case, the Arctic is getting hotter, so the polar bear and organisms that live in the Arctic are slowly decreasing in population. Global warming is hurting animals' habitats. It is hurting their habitats because they're used to their certain environmental factors, and it is changing so that they have to change their ways, which can make the species extinct and die out. You can read more information about global warming and how it affects animals and their habitats at education.nationalgeographic.org. Lastly, I'm going to be talking about how global warming is affecting the ozone layer. Since the 1960s, there has been a trend of increasing warming of the lower atmosphere and a cooling upper atmosphere. The warming-cooling dynamic creates conditions that lead to the ozone loss. The ozone layer, which lies in the atmosphere, shields us from harmful ultraviolet UV rays that come from the sun. Human activities effectively punch a hole in it through the use of gases like CFCs, which is chlorofluorocarbons, and spray cans and like refrigerators, which break down the ozone molecules in the upper atmosphere. Without the ozone layer, too much UVB radiation would have reached the Earth's surface, and that's like really bad for your skin and a lot of other things. This would have been bad news. Increased exposure to ultraviolet radiation can cause skin cancer and eye cataracts and damage crops, plants, and microorganisms affecting ecosystems and food chains. Once again, the purpose of my speech was to inform everyone about global warming and the effects it has on Earth. Also was causing global warming. To recap my ideas, number one was how global warming is caused and how it is affecting the environment, how it is affecting the ozone layer, and how it is affecting the ozone layer. I hope everyone has a better understanding of why global warming is harming the Earth and why everyone should have information on it and be informed about global warming. Also, the danger it can be in the long run. Thank you for listening.